Josh, just to start off, what are some of the things that stand out about LIU coming in?
We just watched some film on them the past couple days. New York team, so being from the area, you get a sort of familiar with that type of play, and that type of play is aggressive on the defensive and the offensive end. Um, Hall of Fame coach Rod Strickland, really good point guard. So I know that guard play is going to be very good in that position. So I think the focal point for LIU is just to match their physicality, match their intensity, and stay even keeled, stay humble. I heard you guys previously talk about our win on Sunday, and our focus from that game is just to remain humble, remain focused, see the vision. Take it one game at a time, because every game is important, and this game is definitely important. It's important to me. So yeah, we're just trying to stay focused and execute our game plan and finish it out.
How long do you let yourself celebrate a win like Sunday, and when's it kind of back to business?
How long do we celebrate a win like that?
Idea.
Me personally, called my mom, called my dad. I don't really, do any extracurricular stuff. I just celebrated, just talking to my family about it. And then I rewatched the game a couple times over. And then we had a day off to get some recovery in, and then, back to it. So.
Josh, as an SEC veteran, LSU and South Carolina before here, how would you describe your fit here in Missouri, and maybe how you settled in with your new team?
SEC veteran, I like that. The fit was sort of seamless. The coaching staff did a really good job, picking a good group of guys out the transfer portal, including myself, and not just based on skill, just based on character as well. How they are as a person, and then they also did a really good job with the way we did team bonding. So I got to know some of those guys really quickly, and they got to know some sides of me as well. But the transition, picking up the pace of play was a little tricky, but once we got into game shape, once we got into basketball shape, it's been pretty well. And I'm a student of the game. I like to watch film and actually overanalyze sometimes both sides of the ball. So I knew I was going to pick it up. It was just a matter of when.
Josh, we talked to Coach Gates yesterday about HDI analytics and the work that you do on the analytical side with that company. How is that different from your previous stops, and how has that maybe changed the way that you play, the style that you play, and the shots you take, and the way you play the game?
Like the way I
just with HDI analytics,
Mm-hmm.
the company you guys work with, how's that different from your previous stops, and how's that maybe changed the way you see the game or play the game?
Okay. So the analytical side, I never really, particularly liked the analytical side, because, I wasn't really like a numbers guy. It was like, I'm playing basketball, so. But it's actually helped. They tallied a certain type of shots that we take and the type of shots that we want, and you can see it in our way of play. We take really high percentage shots, and we kind of strayed away from those low percentage shots that everybody takes. And it's been, in terms of my development, it's helped me see the game in a different light. Just not in a X's and O's format, but it opened my mind up to a whole different view of the game. So.
Josh, could you talk a little bit about your mentality as a rebounder, and how you feel like that part of your game has developed over your many years in the SEC?
Well, one of the things I told my teammates, and especially like the freshmen when I came in here, I was like, the SEC is very physical. I'm a very physical guy, and at first I tried to, you know, lessen my physicality, you know, when they first came in, but then I was like, that's not going to help anybody. So now I'm practicing very physical, and when it comes to rebounding, you know, I like to rebound the ball. You know, I like to get extra possessions for my team. I like to shut the opposing team down to only one possession, and I especially don't want the guy that I'm guarding to get the basketball. So, you know, there might be some times where I just take my man out of the equation and let, you know, Ant Robinson or Tamar Bates get the rebound. You know, that's the kind of like selfless side of me. But at the end of the day, I do want every rebound. So that's my mentality.
All right, time for one last question.
Josh, when Coach Gates talks about wanting more inside buckets, what are some of the things you feel like the big men can do to help out on that side of things?
Definitely just our vocal talk. We watched a lot of film. Got with my assistant coach, you know, Rob Summers, and we just talked about, you know, being in the position is, you know, not enough. You know, even though you have your guy, the guy that's defending me like dead to rights, you know, on my back. That's really not enough in some of these situations, because especially like when we start conference play, you got guys that's like 6'6" and 6'7", you know, guarding our guards, so they can't really see. So we have to, you know, scream and demand the ball, as opposed to just being there all mute and expecting the ball. And then also being in positions to score the ball as well, like, you know, angled scores and stuff like that. I feel like we can make our jobs easier for ourselves if we seek those out, get into the spots quicker, you know, just all those little things. I feel like we can improve on, me, myself, Peyton, Mark Mitchell, Aiden Shaw, stuff like that. That's what we can improve on.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.